Senate will please come to order. I would ask all members please take their seats and that the guests please clear the aisles. The clerk will unlock the machine for the purpose of recording attendance. Have all senators indicated their attendance? Will the clerk please lock the machine? There are 37 members present. There is a quorum. At this time, I would ask for all members and their guests to please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance to be led today by Senator Walter S. Felag, representing the towns of Bristol, Tiverton, and Warren.
Dear God, we ask that you be with us today in our thoughts and actions as we work diligently for the benefit of all our constituents. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is the reading of the previous day's journal. Will the clerk please read?
State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations.
Madam
Journal.
President,
Senator Felag.
I move that further reading of the journal be dispensed with and the journal be accepted as printed.
Without objection, so ordered. At this time, prior to the introduction of guests, I would like to recognize Leader Algiere for the purpose of a very significant introduction. And those of you who were looking at the board today may recognize that there's been a new name added. Welcome, Senator, as of 2 o'clock, Pagliarini. And Leader Algiere, will you do the introduction?
Thank you, Madam President. It's my honor and privilege this afternoon to introduce the newest member of the Senate and the newest member of our Republican caucus, Senator John Pagliarini of the towns of Portsmouth, Tiverton, and Bristol. Welcome, John.
Welcome, Senator, and know that the staff and the members of the chamber are here for any questions that you may have, although I caution you as to the answers that you may get. In all sincerity, welcome, and we're here to help you in any way you can, as hope that you hit the ground running in the next few days. The next item of business would be the introduction of guests. Are there any guests present? If there are no guests present, the next order of business is legislation, is committee reports and communications. We do have two communications. The first is from the Honorable Secretary of State, Nellie M. Gorbea. I have the honor to inform you that I administered on this 13th day of January 2016 the oath of office to John A. Pagliarini, Jr. of Tiverton as Senator of District 11, Journal, and from her from the Chief of Staff, Stephen S. Newman, on behalf of Her Excellency Governor Gina M. Raimondo, correspondence directed to the Speaker and to President Paiva Weed, formally requesting permission to use the chamber on Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016 at 7 p.m. for the governor to present her 2017 budget recommendation. Prior to recording in the journal, I'd ask that you all mark your calendars accordingly, that will be the date on which, in fact, we will receive the governor's budget. Are there any further communications? If there being none, the next order of business is new business. We have, in fact, a Senate resolution congratulating the Rhode Island Rivers Council on the occasion of its 25th anniversary. Chairwoman Sosnowski.
Thank you, Madam President. I would move for immediate consideration, and when it's appropriate, I'd like to have the clerk please read.
Senator Sosnowski has asked for immediate consideration. There be no objection, so ordered. Will the clerk please read?
Senate resolution congratulating the Rhode Island Rivers Council on the occasion of its 25th anniversary. Whereas water is beneficial and vital to all life, and in the immortal words of Henry David Thoreau, who hears the rippling of rivers will not utterly despair of anything. And whereas the Rhode Island Rivers Council was established by the Rhode Island General Assembly in 1991, over the ensuing 25 years, this fine organization has been managing efforts to improve the quality of our state's rivers and their watersheds and developing and strengthening the unity of all local watershed councils. And whereas through statewide coordination, diligent oversight, and strenuous review efforts, the Rhode Island Rivers Council has produced vast improvements and formed beneficial partnerships for preserving the quality of our rivers and other water bodies. The Council sets policy, goals, and guidance for 10 local watershed councils within the state. And whereas one such example of the Council's coordinated efforts is with the Buckeye Brook Coalition, a nonprofit corporation which was founded in 2002, and their application was accepted in 2004 to become a local watershed council. The coalition works to protect, preserve, and restore Buckeye Brook, its watershed, and its self-sustaining herring run. And whereas, in addition to the Buckeye Brook Coalition, the Rivers Council supports and strengthens the efforts of 9 additional state-designated local watershed councils, including the Blackstone River Watershed Council, Friends of the Blackstone, the Friends of the Moshassuck, Kickamuit River Council, the Narrow River Preservation Association, the Patuxent River Authority and Watershed Council, the Salt Ponds Coalition, the 10 Mile River Watershed Council, Wood Pawcatuck Watershed Association, and the Woonasquatucket River Watershed Council. And whereas through public awareness and education programs and initiatives, the Rhode Island Rivers Council has been brightening and preserving our rivers for future generations of Rhode Islanders to enjoy. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Senate of the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations hereby commends and honors the Rhode Island Rivers Council for its devotion to improving Rhode Island's most treasured asset. We furthermore congratulate its membership, both past and present, on the occasion of their 25th anniversary, and know that they will continue to work to ensure a sparkling tomorrow for all Rhode Islanders. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State be, and she is hereby authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to the Chair of the Rhode Island Rivers Council.
Thank you. Senator Sosnowski?
Yes, I move passage, and at the appropriate time, I'd like to revert back to introductions after we get this done. Thank you.
Senator Sosnowski moves passage, second by Senator McCaffrey, Senator Morgan, Senate Leader Algiere, Leader Ruggiero, Senator Gallo, Senator Lynch, Senator Crowley, Senator Pearson, Senator Picard, Senator Metz, Senator Fogarty, Senator Nesselbush, Senator Miller, Senator Walaska, Senator Felag, Senator Kettle, Senator G., Senator O'Neill, Senator Raptakis, Senator Sheehan, Senator Satchel, Senator DePalma, Senator Archibald, Senator Coyne, and Senator Lombardi, as well as Senator Pagliarini. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The resolution passes. Back to Chairwoman Sosnowski, and the resolution will be left on the desk for any additional signatures. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to bring to the members' attention that until 5 o'clock, when we adjourn, there is a display of Watershed Council, some of their work that they've been doing over the past 25 years, and I have to say it's a very impressive display. And with us today in our chamber, to you and through you, Madam President, we do have some esteemed members of the environmental community who are with us today, who are either members of the Rhode Island Rivers Council or members of some of the watershed associations that the clerk so graciously read in the resolution. So I would hope that the members of the chamber would give them a warm welcome and thank them for the work that they've done for our state.
Is there any further new business? There being none, there is no consent calendar today or regular calendar. Are there any announcements at this time? Senator Miller.
Yes, on Tuesday, January 19th, the Health and Human Services will be presenting on behalf of the Secretary of EOHHS, Elizabeth Roberts, presentations on several initiatives, including the Opioid Task Force Strategic Plan, the Truven RI Behavioral Health Report, and the Seriously Persistent Mentally Ill Population Care Transition Report, including other behavioral health initiatives. I know that many of you have reached out on components of all of these that may be of interest to you as far as legislation that you are developing, and it tentatively in 313, but I advise you to look, and I will announce further on Tuesday the location to confirm that that's where we're meeting.
Thank you, Senator Miller. Senator Metz.
Yes, through you, permission to make an announcement, Madam President.
Please proceed.
Yes, I want to invite everyone to the MLK Holiday Commission. Our annual celebration will be at the Ebenezer Baptist Church, 475 Cranston Street, at 4 p.m. on Monday. So it's a great celebration. And Madam President, thank you for the honor of always allowing me to represent the Senate.
And the Senate is honored to have you there. Senator Walaska.
Thank you, Madam President. Announcement.
Please proceed.
Today is a Credit Union Day at the Statehouse, and you're all cordially invited to the Governor's State Room for some refreshments and meet your credit union employees. Thank you.
Senator Lynch Prada.
Good job. I'm very impressed. Madam President, for planning purposes, the Committee on Special Legislation and Veterans Affairs will meet next Wednesday at the Rise.
Thank you. Leader Ruggiero.
Thank you, Madam President. Two announcements.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Members of the Senate, I would like to wish Senator Fogarty, who is our Chairman of Labor, a belated happy birthday. His birthday was Friday. Happy birthday, Paul. You made another one. Madam President, if I can proceed, I would also like to wish one of our staffers a happy birthday, and that's Donna LaBeouf. Happy birthday, Donna.
Are there any further announcements and/or introductions? Is there any objection to transmitting adopted resolutions to the Honorable Secretary of State? Hearing none, so ordered. The desk is now clear of business. Majority Whip Goodman for the purpose of recess.
Thank you, Madam President. If there's no further business to come before the Senate, I move the Senate stand in recess.
Majority Leader moves. Majority Whip Goodwin moves that the Senate stand in recess, seconded by Whip Kettle. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Senate stands in recess.